What's up guys, Ruxin34 back here with another video, and in today's video I'll be answering a question a lot of you guys have been asking me. How do I start my Vintage Yu-Gi-Oh collection? So, if you're just getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh from 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, you've never been into Yu-Gi-Oh, you're just getting into it now, and you want to collect some rare cards, you want to collect sets, whatever, and you've asked me, what's the best pack to open? What's the best card to buy? Should I grade my cards, etc.? I'm going to try and answer those questions in this, and if you have any extra questions, make sure you ask them below, and I'll definitely get back to you, because I read all the comments. So, let's start off with the first thing that you have to know if you guys are collecting Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that even if you just got into it, even if you have all the money in the world, you can't get every card you want right away, because the card has to be available for you to buy it. So, first of all, there's the fact that sometimes you just can't find a card, and then there's also the price, because some cards are really expensive, so if you don't have the money for it, you can't get it right away. So it takes a while to build a collection. So start off slow and don't worry about getting everything all at once. And eventually you will have, everything you want and more probably. So just go slow and just get into it without being in a rush or anything. So first thing I would say is the best way to collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards is to buy the singles. So don't open stuff. Like I know I open stuff all the time. You shouldn't buy packs and open them unless you just want to have fun, because you're usually losing money doing that, while when you buy singles, you have a good chance that you can either grade the card or the card will go up in value as long as it's in nice condition. Don't buy a damaged card. Unless you just really want a damaged version of an expensive card and you want to pay a lot less, then I wouldn't advise it, because they're usually not going to go up too much, because nobody's really looking for damaged cards. So buy singles and look for at least near mint condition, because near mint's pretty nice. Light play is not bad either, but if you're looking for, just something that will probably increase, would be near mint. If you can find mint, then obviously buy that, but it's very hard to find mint cards these days, because it's hard to find anything in the wild to grade. So personally, I would advise buying PSA graded cards is actually a good buy. Before, about a year ago, I never would have advised that. I would just buy it and try and grade it yourself. And then I realized how hard that actually is. If you're trying to find a nice card in mint condition, it's most likely already been graded 90%, 99% of the time. You might get lucky and find somebody that's a big raw guy and they don't want to grade their cards, but they're probably not going to sell their cards. You might get lucky and find one in a collection, which is very rare, but it's possible. But usually a mint, very nice card is probably not going to be available. PSA 10s actually are pretty cheap for a lot of old school cards. So if you're looking in the first 11 sets, if you want to buy ultra rares of PSA 10s, you can buy them for $100 or less, and a lot of cards. The big boys, the nice iconic cards are going to be a lot more than that. But some really nice ultra rares, like if you go into Pharaonic Guardian, I think almost all the ultra rares are $100 or less, which is pretty awesome, because it's the 7th set ever, and you can get a PSA 10 ultra rare for $100 or less, which is pretty awesome. There's some great value in the old school stuff. A big card like maybe a Buster Blader from Pharaoh's Servant. That card, I might say you should look for a mint copy. It's possible, but unlikely. But once you start hitting those $500, $400 cards, if you don't want to pay that premium, just look for maybe a near mint and keep that. Or you can try and find a mint. It's gonna be difficult, but probably not gonna happen. But keep an eye out. But I would advise definitely buy the near mint card, because a near mint Buster Blader I think is about $20. And a Pharaoh's Servant pack first edition is probably $20 or more now. So, and the ratios for old schools are, you're probably pulling 1 out of 4 packs have a foil. So you have a 1 in 4 chance to even pull a foil. It's probably going to be a super rare. It's not going to be the Buster Blader you want when you can just buy a near mint for $20. So I would say if you want to collect the cards, buy the near mint copies. Much easier to find those than it is to find, the packs and then open them and then lose money on them. So if you're looking to save money, buy those near mint cards. If you really want to open stuff and have fun, that's why I do it, because it's fun. You're not making any money doing it. Then go for it, because you do get mint cards and you have a better chance of grading those cards. So that's the only positive. You do have a better chance at finding mint cards compared to near mint if you open packs. So that is a good side of opening packs, but the problem is when you don't pull well, you pull bad cards, you lose a lot of money. So you decide what you want to do for yourself there. Then when it comes to GX, I'm just going to tell you guys, if you guys have watched my channel much at all, GX is a crap show. Do not open GX. That is my advice. Do not open it. Even if it's a hobby box, and especially if it's a retail box. Do not open it. Don't open it, because you're just going to lose your money. You might hit a home run and pull an Ultra Ultimate in the card you want, but it is almost never. You're almost never going to do it. So I would say for GX, just buy the singles. Even the PSA 10 singles are insanely priced though. Like the Elemental Heroes, they're just crazy high. So I would buy raw copies for those. Unless you just want to buy the high-end 10s, probably a good buy, because those cards are so hard to pull, so hard to get out of packs, and then you have to grade them 10, and Ultimates are pretty tough to grade. So very good buy to buy a PSA 10 Ultimate for the future. You know, not instant flip, but future potential growth. I think they can go up. A lot of people disagree with me on that, but from what I've seen from GX boxes, how hard they are to pull, it's definitely worth the price to buy those big cards. So main thing to take away from GX, do not open it. Don't open it, okay? I'm just saying, don't open the packs. It's just not worth it. You may love GX or whatever. It is never worth it, because the Supers are not worth anything. The Ultras are barely worth anything. All that's worth anything is the Ultra Ultimates, but only the Ultra Ultimates. Super Ultimates are usually worth nothing. There's some exceptions that are nice. Some rare Ultimates that are nice, but hardly any. It's like 10 to 5%, very low. So I would say don't open GX. So if you want to start a Yu-Gi-Oh collection, definitely buy singles. And the best value, not best value, but the cheapest Gem Mint 10 cards. Not necessarily cheapest, but just great, awesome cards for a cheap price are those original ultra rares in PSA 10. Because while some are expensive, there are still some really good value cards in there that you can pick up. Obviously, if you pick up a Blue Eyes PSA 10, that's going to be expensive. Or if you pick up something crazy from GX, it's going to be expensive. Another thing from GX, if you do want to get those nice Elemental Heroes, then buy the Ultra Rares, because the Ultra Rares are much cheaper. You can probably get the PSA 10s for less than $100. So those are good budget options. Those are a couple of things that I would say. People have asked me, what set should I buy? And the only thing I can say about the set is that you just don't buy GX. And then when it comes to old school, you just got to be careful, because loose booster packs are almost always scaled. People ask me, where can I get loose booster packs, reliably? And no, they're not scaled. And my answer is booster boxes and blisters, which is like not really an answer, because those aren't loose. That's the only way you can know. Other than those, and then like special editions, even though those don't have first edition, unless you're Rise of Destiny, you can't know. So loose booster packs, they're almost always either scaled, searched, somebody's opened a box, pulled the secret rare, the ultra rare, and then sold the rest of the packs as unweighed, because they didn't weigh them, but they know there's not the good cards in there. So you just can't really buy anywhere loose packs. So you got to be very careful. Be very, expect to pull nothing if you buy loose packs. That is why I like to buy booster boxes, special editions, stuff like that, because I know that they haven't been opened yet, and I know that there's a chance I can pull something good, 10, stuff like that. Buying packs, I just don't advise it. I don't advise buying packs unless you get them extremely cheap, but if you do, then you probably know that they've been tampered with, so it's like a trade-off. You might get really lucky, you might not. So booster boxes are and blister packs and special editions and tins, those are the way to go, because they've been sealed up in there, inside of something, unopened, and those packs have not been touched in 15 years or whatever. So you know that those packs are legit. So overall, I would say buy singles. If you're gonna buy packs, make sure you buy them like a booster box or something like that, because if you buy them from a random seller on eBay, the chances are 80% of the time he scaled them or searched them or something like that. So that is all I've got to say for how to start your Yu-Gi-Oh collection. And I know you guys will have questions, and if you do, hit me up in the comments. I will reply. You can always DM me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, any of that. Facebook, I am a little slower because I haven't set up my notifications right, so sometimes I don't get the notification until like 2 days later, and then I reply. So Instagram is the best place to contact me, but hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helps with you guys getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! All you guys trying to make an awesome collection, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. Secret!